Organic Mike here. Alright, check this out. We're doing a seed count for the Moringa Alifaria. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that one right. It's the miracle tree. That's easy to say. So just get on the internet and search the miracle tree, or you can go to organicmike.com and you can get on the video section of that website and see a lot about how I'm growing this tree in Texas. So like I was saying yesterday when I was showing you my seed tree, I'm going to get a seed count. Well, it's still producing seed, and I went and harvested some of these pods today. I harvested that one yesterday. This one averaged about 23 seeds, 22. Some of them were smaller. You can see some smaller ones there. And then I harvested some about a month ago, and that one had, I don't know, that was probably 2 seed pods or 1. There might be 40 seeds in there. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to count these pods and then count the seeds in each pod and get an average for what this tree is producing. So I can get kind of an average of what each tree will produce over the year's period here in Texas. And what's cool is these things are real easy to open up. Look at this. And you just rip off the top part, and you can see this is not one of the bigger pods that I've harvested, but you can get an idea. You know, some of them are longer, some of them are fatter, like this one. But what's really cool is I got a tree right on the back porch with seed pods at least as long as 2 of them like that. So that should be a 30 seed producer or whatever, but it'll be interesting to see. So I'm getting pretty excited here. I planted these last year, 2010, April 11th, and it's September 26, 2011, a little over a year later, and we had a hard freeze last year, and they survived with me, you know, doing a little bit of putting hay bales around them, that kind of stuff. Some of the seeds are crooked. Another thing that's cool about these seeds that I discovered yesterday is they have these little wings on them, and they can stand up like a tripod. So you can look here, and they stand up on their own here. You can look at them, pretty cool. But what I noticed is when you take them, and if let's say they fell out of the tree naturally in a group, they were separating yesterday. When they'd fall out, see, they separate themselves a little bit. So it's kind of like wings on an airplane. So when they fall out of the tree, maybe they separate just enough so they can build a little colony of moringa trees. But there you go. I don't know how many I got here, but I'll let you know, and I'll give you a seed count and an average. So we got 28 pods, all shapes and sizes here. I'm pretty excited about this project. So there's 28 pods. I'm going to bust them open. I've already done one. And get a seed count and an average out what my production is. And what's really cool is the view. It's my back porch. It's my 6-acre property. So this is the view I get from my office and my couch, my studio, minus the broken golf cart there. I'll get that running one of these days. Water wells chugging right there to the right. Got cannas. Happy kittens. And a low battery on the camera. But even cooler, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a moringa tree producing seed for me. Right back there. Trust me, it's right there. Well, I'm going to get to counting 28 pods, and I'm hoping to average at least 15 seeds per pod, which I'm hoping the count's higher than that. So, and this is all from one tree, and I probably have 13 more to 15 more pods to harvest just from this one tree this year. So I could get 40 pods per tree a year, hopefully. Okay. All right, I'm back. I was guessing about 15 seeds average per pod. There's the moringa tree pods. It's kind of cool how they do that. So I was guessing about an average of 15. Well, I was one off. It was 14. So what we got here is I counted all the seeds, and I actually found 2 more pods. So I actually had a total of 30 pods that and these are the pods here that I pulled the seeds from. And I got 30 pods, total of 420 seeds, which averaged out, when you divide 30 into 240, 14 seeds per pod. I was really close. I thought it was going to be 15. But the cool thing is that tree's still producing, and I'll probably get 15 more pods off that tree easy. That's just one tree now. So that gives me 210 more seeds, with a total of 630 seeds per tree per year. So that's just what I'm getting here in Texas under a drought condition. Of course, I've been watering it a lot, but what would they do in better soil with more water? Now let's put this in perspective. I planted one tree, one seed. Okay, I took one of these, put it in the ground, and that's going to give me 630 of these. So let's do the math on that. That's the first year. So let's go up here. One seed planted created all that. Then that's not to mention, you can eat the leaves on the tree. You can still eat the baby green pods that look like green beans, except they're a foot long instead of an average of 4 inches long to 6 inches long like a green bean would be. But all this right here came from one seed, and I could plant 630 of these seeds. That's what I was trying to do on the calculator. 630 times 630. By next year, I'll have 300, almost 400,000 seeds. Okay. If I planted all these and harvested them, just like I did this year. So in 2 years' time, you could have 400,000 seeds. And in the third year, if you had the time to, you could have easily 500,000 moringa trees in the ground producing seeds. So let's do that. Let's clear this off. 500,000. Get some more zeros on there. That's a pretty big number. 1, 2, 3. Yep. 5, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Bear with me here. Times, I don't think you could see that, 630 equals, yeah, that's over 31 million seeds. Yeah, that's a lot. No, 315 million seeds, sorry. Keep me away from numbers. But anyway, that's just something cool. So in 2 years, you can have 400,000 seeds. And if you could find the time to plant those trees, that'd be awesome too. But you can eat the tree. They flower year round. You can look at my past videos on the moringa tree. They flower, they bring in the good pollinating bees. They bring in all types of flying hummingbirds. the hummingbird moth. I don't know if you've ever seen that. That's a big flying moth that looks like a bee, but it's got a really long tongue. They're just good for everything. They smell good. They can handle wet feet, drought, full sun. They will grow in shade, but they won't grow as well. They'll really, it stunts the growth. They like full sun. So anyway, there we go. One seed in the ground gave me 630 seeds. So I'm going to make it a goal to plant 630 trees next year and see what I get. Now I won't have a 100% germination, so even if I got 200 trees or 20 trees, that's still a good deal. OrganicMike.com. Subscribe if you like.